friends, welcome to CC Gurukul Live Lectures. Dear friends, in this session today of ours where we are talking about your careers, and our session Pratibha Samvardhan is dedicated to all the students who watch us continuously through our live sessions as well as through our YouTube channel. So we believe in making and bringing a positive ray in your lives. Friends, today we are talking about what ADHD is, because we believe that your personality is the foremost thing which is to be taken care of, and whatever you are, whosoever you are, please keep on building and rebuilding yourself. Friends, for a discussion on the topic that is ADHD, we have with us in our studios Ms. Prerna Shekhar. Ms. Prerna Shekhar is a youth inspirer, and she is making a positive impact here today by giving you an insightful session. Friends, if you have any questions, do talk to us through our toll-free number. Our number is 1800110430. I repeat, our number is 1800110430. If you have any questions, do talk to us. We are here for you to give answers to the questions. So let's welcome our guest, Ms. Prerna Shekhar, once again, and through her, let's try to understand more about the topic. Though we have discussed in detail what ADHD is, now the question arises, the students who might be watching us or would be watching us later on, करियर्स क्या है हमारे लिए? अगर हम सच में ADHD का शिकार हैं तो क्या हमारी लाइफ एंड हो जाती है? नहीं, हमारे लिए कुछ ना कुछ ऑप्शंस तो ज़रूर होंगे. So, are there any career options for the students who are suffering from ADHD?
Yeah, definitely. ADHD, as the name suggests, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. People who are hyperactive can really be creative. If they shape themselves in a certain way, they can be creative. So creative professions like writing, filmmaking, photography, advertising, painting, graphic designing, and many more. These creative professions, in such professions now, people with ADHD can really go well. Then another example is entrepreneurship. People with ADHD, entrepreneurship is like a very flexible field. It is a very diverse as well as a flexible field, and people with ADHD who are a bit hyperactive and a bit have a bit problem in focusing and stuff, entrepreneurship is like a very good option for them. We have healthcare professions, because certain healthcare roles can be appealing, especially those involving action and problem solving. So we can be considering careers like emergency medicine, nursing, physical therapy, or like many more. Then we have information technology, which is the field of IT. Now, IT roles often involve problem solving and can offer stimulating challenges. Jobs like software development, cyber security, or network administration can be good options. Trades and hands-on work. Careers that involve physical activity and hands-on tasks can be well suited for those with ADHD. For example, carpentry, plumbing, automotive repair, or landscaping. We also have sales and marketing. These roles often require dynamic thinking and quick decision making, which can align with the strengths of individuals with ADHD. Positions in sales, digital marketing, or public relations can be considered. Education and training. Some individuals with ADHD excel in teaching or training roles, especially in specialized subject they are passionate about, and teachers at elementary or high school level or providing adult education and training could be fulfilling. Then sports and fitness, again hyperactivity, so coaching, personal training, or sports management can be attractive options for those with ADHD. It is really well suited for them, and it can really help them to get over the challenges which is served by ADHD on the plate.
So there are varied fields for the students who are suffering from ADHD, and if once you have identified that you're suffering from ADHD, then believe that, all those who are listening to us, believe us that sky is the limit. You can have multiple career options where one can move ahead and make a career. Now, on the conclusion part, we are not winding up the session, but on the conclusion part from your, whatever you have delivered here, someone's experience I'm sharing with you. One friend of mine, she went for her interview for this SSB, for the Service Selection Board. She wants to join armed forces. She's there in the armed forces. So the psychologist asked her, what is your negative point? So she said that I am aggressive, I'm very hyperactive. So the psychologist asked, now how will you make it out here? So she said that I always use my aggression, my hyperactivity in doing the positive work. So if you have identified yourself that yes, you have this problem, that you are hyperactive, now you need to find that route with which you can convert your negative energies into the positive energies. Am I correct?
Definitely, definitely.
So another question pertaining to this particular topic only, that once I have identified that I have this problem, like I've quoted this example of one of the friend of mine. So how one can keep himself or herself composed? नहीं, मेरी ये problem है, this is my weak point, मैं hyperactive हो जाता हूँ. तो उसके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं हम? What can I do? Do I need to do lots of, yoga or meditation, or I should be involved in a particular thing जो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा interest करती है? क्या ऐसा कुछ करने से मैं अपनी hyperactivity को control कर सकती हूँ?
Well, ADHD is a disease which impacts your neurotransmitter system. It actually impacts the dopamine release, and that is the reason you face that hyperactivity. Definitely, meditation at some point of time can help you stay calm, stay focused, but eventually it's kind of myth that meditation helps you cope with ADHD. It's not like that. Meditation, unfortunately, does not help you if you have ADHD, but it definitely will help you suppress the symptoms of that. Okay, but it cannot cure
Completely
that
cure.
from the root. If one has ADHD, of course, professional helps. Universities, in fact, universities also, schools or universities, they have got professionals. You can approach them, you can be telling them your problem. If there is more research on it to do, ki what exactly is bothering you, they will be doing it. If you are very much clear about what your issue is, they can be helping you out with the situation. They will be there with you, make you do tasks, make you do stuff which can help you cope up with the situation. So yes, universities and schools do offer professionals like that. They do have posts for them, and you can definitely be approaching them if you feel like there is any problem, not just ADHD, but you feel like there is any problem which needs a professional help. And if you are a student, you can definitely be approaching the professional there in your school or in your university.
Now, how important it is for everyone, I'm asking about. It is for one to talk to himself or herself, because what happens, sometimes we are not able to identify many problems in our lives, and sometimes we are told by our friends or relatives or our parents or the people around that you have that particular problem. Maybe it's ADHD or something else. So how important it is for one to talk to oneself. Sometimes your heart, your mind gives you the answers. Yes, you have this problem, you need to correct it. So do you feel so, that one needs to talk to himself or herself constantly?
Definitely. Anything which you do, any aim you have, or like even if you don't suffer with any mental health, if you are a person who is not having any issue, any mental issue, still you have to have that connect of you with yourself, because anything starts with that connection. You are the person who is feeling what's going inside you. So anything, you are your best friend. You have to be having that very much strong bond, strong connection with your own self, and that does not even it does not just help you in coping up with problems like that. It also helps you in having that self belief. Whenever you have that issue of self-doubt, what helps you the most is the connection of you with yourself. Just ask yourself, can I do this? Is it okay for me? Like, will I be able to do this? And that's when you get that thing from inside. Oh yes, it's just something which I have in my mind. It's something, whenever something seems to be complicated, the best solution is to just talk to yourself. Firstly, that's the first thing which you should be approaching. Just talk to yourself. What's going on? What do you feel like is happening? At times, as I also said earlier, कि चीज़ें pile up हो जाती हैं, and एकदम से like boom, because everything is, just process with it. This is there, this is there, this is there, this is there, and since everything is there, तो it is a problem. अभी लग रही है, लेकिन it is really not a problem. छोटी छोटी चीज़ें बस pile up हो गई हैं. Anything is happening, just have a conversation with your own self. And it is not something, at times लोग जो खुद में बड़बड़ाते रहते हैं, they are conscious कोई पकड़ ना ले, because people say पागल है ये तो. नहीं, it's okay if you are being loud, if you're talking to yourself, it is literally, trust me on this, it is literally the best thing you can do for yourself. Please don't get embarrassed. Okay, but yes, do that, please do that, because that's the having a bond with your own self is the most important thing. You have it the best way possible, you can have it the best way possible, and it is really 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 helpful. If then it is not working out, then seek a professional or somebody else, but the first step which you should be doing is talking to your own self, because that is important. Ultimately, the professional which you will be seeking will also be telling you to, having a conversation with you. He or she will also try to figure out what's going inside you. The first thing which you should be doing is talking to your own self. That really helps a lot in every time, in fact, lots of situations. It really helps a lot. You should be doing that.
So do you have any examples or the case studies which have proved that yes, the person was suffering from or is suffering from ADHD and now the person is fine, easily coping with the problem?
Yes, I do have, I personally have seen a lot of people suffering with ADHD, a lot of students, a lot of professionals, like in my entire circle, I have a lot of them, and I've seen them coping with stuff. Like, for example, I'll not be mentioning the names of individuals, but there was this young professional who was diagnosed with ADHD, and he struggled with time management and task completion at work. He was finding it very difficult to complete a work on its, like, before the deadline. और हमेशा ऐसा होता था, deadline निकल जाती थी, you would like, कहाँ है काम, where is the work, and that person was like, oh yeah, just in another 2 hours. So and then when he actually figured out, when we were having a conversation with that person, and he was like, this happens, we were like, why don't you consult a professional? And then he was like, oh, do I need to do it? Is that not normal? I felt it was like just in me, like it's okay. I'm like, no, this is not normal. Like, if you have to be consulting a professional, if you feel like there is something going the other way, like कुछ out of the way जा रहा है ना, out of the track जा रहा है, you should be consulting a professional. You should be considering कि चल क्या रहा है. And then he got diagnosed with ADHD further later on, and then he was like, okay, this is the situation with me. तब उसको पता था कि okay, अब ये है, now I need to work on this. He learned how to prioritize tasks. He learned how to manage distractions. Because तब उसको root पता थी. That was the moment when he knew, अच्छा ये चल रहा है मेरे साथ. उससे पहले तक तो he was like, है ऐसा, हूँ मैं ऐसा. But बाद में he was like, अच्छा ये है, इसको ऐसे कर सकते हैं. So it is very important to get the exact idea of what is going on, and the self-talk thing works a lot in that also. Then another person, there was this girl, like a college student, and she was facing a lot of challenges in her academic settings. Like, and in fact her personal life was also like very much chaotic, because she always used to be, if somebody is talking, she always used to interrupt in between. She always used to be like, no, I have to say something. No. She always used to be hyperactive. And because she had ADHD. And that was the reason she had a lot of chaos in her personal life. Because everybody who used to meet her was like, अरे भाई थोड़ा शांत, थोड़ा आराम से. So that was, and she also had problems in her academic settings, because a lecture is going on and she is sitting there, but she cannot be sitting there because she needs something, she needs to do something. इधर उधर कुछ fidgeting चल रही है, कुछ चल रहा है, तो at times क्लास के बाहर जाओ, तो वो चीज़ें चलती रहती है. तो it is very important to again know कि what is going on, how can I cope up with that. And despite of all these challenges, there are people like we talked earlier also, there are people who manage this, create the negative side into a positive thing and use their weakness as their biggest power, right? We gave examples of creativity and then some also good options for hyperactive people. I had this friend of mine who was preparing for NEET, and then ADHD is a very common thing. She also had ADHD, and while NEET requires dedication, it requires focus, and that was where she lagged in. And एक पॉइंट ऐसा आया, she was like I am preparing for NEET, and एक पॉइंट ऐसा आया उसकी जर्नी में, she was like, bro, this is too much, I'm giving up, I cannot do it, this is not made for me, I am not the one. And then फिर she was like, और जब एक हफ्ते बाद or something we had a conversation with her कि oh how is your preparation going, कैसा चल रहा है, तो she was like no I'm not preparing anymore. like घर पे बता दिया, like नहीं अभी बताना बाकी है, but I'm not preparing for this anymore. like क्यों, तो ये problem हो रही है का, it's okay, you can, it's okay, it's normal to face a bit of issues. You should be getting inside the roots of what is going on, how can you help it, how can you cope up with it. It's completely normal to face an issue. All you need to do is just have a bit of realization that okay, that is the most important thing, to know what is going on, because that is how you get to know how to deal with it. Know what is going on, seek some professional, get a touch with your own self, connect with your own self, figure out what's working for you. Again, there are several methods which can be used to cope with ADHD, but it is not, for example, if there is some method which is, if I am suffering with ADHD and there is some method to cope with hyperactivity, it is very much possible that that method is working for me. But if there is some other person and if he is also suffering with ADHD, he also has hyperactivity, that same method can be a big failure for that guy, right? It can be a life savior for me and a very big failure for that guy. So it really differs from individual to individual about what is working for you, and that you have to sort out. Professional help is very much important. Speak, but having a connect with yourself, as discussed earlier also, is a very important thing which can never be neglected. तो ये तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. So you have to be figuring out what is working for you, what is not working for you, get in the depth and focus on what can help you out. Just go in that direction. Just figure out with yourself what is happening.
Very true. Now, the burning question is now how to get people aware about ADHD, because most of the people doesn't know. लोगों ने सिर्फ सुना अच्छा ADHD, अच्छा ठीक है, जब तक कि अपने पर नहीं गुजरती तब तक हम किसी चीज़ को सीखना नहीं चाहते हैं. This is our tendency. Now, question is, अब हम ADHD के बारे में इतना बात कर रहे हैं तो हम इसको अवेयर कैसे करें लोगों को? Do you feel so? स्कूल्स में या कॉलेजेस में, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में कुछ इस तरह से कैंप लगाए जाने चाहिए जहाँ पर हम स्टूडेंट्स को काउंसिल करें, जहाँ पर हम डायग्नोस करें कि इस पर्टिकुलर किसी भी स्टूडेंट को ADHD है कि नहीं है. Could that be done?
Well, ADHD is a very common problem and it should be diagnosed. As you said, camps होने चाहिए, लेकिन सिर्फ स्टूडेंट के पता होने से it does not help. If there is a person who knows कि ADHD है उसको, but उसके घर में if people are not aware कि what is going on with their child and what is happening, it can never help. The person will get into more worse mental health because he's not getting support. He needs support as well. Self-realization is the key, very important. लेकिन साथ में, as I mentioned earlier as well, and we had a discussion, कि surroundings are very important. So not just the students, but also the
parents and the people around should also be involved in that particular diagnosis, so that सबको पता लग जाए और उसके साथ उस पर्टिकुलर बच्चे के साथ या उस इंडिविजुअल के साथ हम अपनी थोड़े से सेंसिटिविटी का यूज़ करें.
And we should be really kind, even if we don't know कि okay सामने वाला person is suffering or not. we should be always, because we never, at times सामने वाला person also does not know कि he is suffering from something. So we should always be kind to people. We should always be very much polite, because you never know what, everybody has got their own stuff to deal with. Everybody has got their own problems. Someone has got financial, someone has got mental, someone has got physical. Everybody has got challenges in their life. We should always, always, always be understanding, always be polite, gentle, kind to everyone, because you never know what is there in their plate. Yeah, so
that is an important message. Identifying what ADHD or am I suffering from ADHD or not is important. But if you have realized that another person is suffering from ADHD, then how sensitive you are with the other person is very important, because the way you will be dealing with that particular person would be changing the entire course of his action, and he may be the transformed person in future. So our sensitivity is very, very important, and that's why through this session we are trying to inform you what ADHD is, why it is important to be identified, and how you can, of course, if you're suffering from ADHD, how you can deal with it, and if you have identified the other person suffering from ADHD, how that person should be dealt with. Your sensitivity, your care, your compassion would definitely help. So as we are winding up the session now, what message would you like to give to the students, parents, or the individuals who are in the industry, who are doing good job, but still they are suffering from this disease, or they are not aware that this kind of disease persists, this kind of problem in fact persists? So what would you like to say about this particular?
Be aware, be kind, be polite, be very much understanding. Everybody has got their own challenges, as I said earlier as well. And if there is a problem, get into the roots, think of it. Just don't go with it. अच्छा हाँ है जो भी है. Just get into, अगर कुछ हो रहा है ना, वो क्यों हो रहा है? Why is that thing happening? Just get into the roots, have conversations with yourself, with professionals, with other people around you. Maybe they notice something in you which you yourself don't notice. Get aware, get to conclusions. That's the main thing which will help you out through your entire journey. Getting aware and getting through conclusions is very important. Be supportive, be understanding, and yeah.
And you know, with the passage of time, things are changing, technology is changing. Now, at the time of the birth, the genetic disorder tests are being done. I believe that if those genetic disorder tests are done during the birth, at the time of the birth when the child is born, that would definitely help us out in identifying the future problems, whether it is ADHD or any other disease like that, would help the parents as well as the individual also, that yes, this is the thing which I need to cater with in the future. So, Ms. Prerna, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful session, and we have learnt a very new thing, sincerely speaking, a very new thing from you, and we believe that this would be an awareness campaign in future too, and we would be helping each one of us. We would be helping the others too, and let's join hands so that we can deal with this problem which is called ADHD. Try to discover more about it and try to learn about yourself and try to give a path to others who are dealing with it. So friends, with this note, we are taking your leave, that we would be meeting again next Thursday, and we would be discussing on another topic related to your careers. This topic was also important because, as I said, your mental health is very, very important. Your shaping, reshaping, building yourself is important. So before career, first take care about your health, about your mental health. And if you have any questions in mind, do write to us at cecgurukul.live@gmail.com. You can give your suggestions as well as your feedbacks too. We are going to meet again, as I said, and we are going to upload this lecture on YouTube for you. So if you were not able to watch us live, yes, of course, you can watch us through the YouTube channel of ours. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time. Thank you, Ms. Prerna.